Morning. I wanted to run a quick demo of ScoreShots and just show you what ScoreShots can do and how to create a template. So right now you'll see the main screen. I'll go to the team area first, and this is where you can preload your social media accounts, your Facebook, your Twitter. Instagram will be coming soon. Basically, it's as simple as just clicking on Add Page or Add Account for Twitter, then log into your Twitter or your Facebook, and then for Facebook, it'll find your pages. And for Twitter, just make sure that you have your Twitter account. And we can basically handle as many Twitter accounts and as many Facebook accounts as you have. For the phone book area, this is if you want to send your post to or your image to to someone via text message. So you just enter their address, their phone number in here in this phone book, and then it's basically as simple as just clicking on the button on share, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. Team colors, you can add your team colors here. You can use the hex number, the RGB number. So if you have a team that has certain numbers or certain colors, you can do that right there. And then if you have a team that has custom fonts, some colleges have certain fonts that are approved. That's how you would go about doing that. And here, user accounts is where you can basically add all your users. It's simply just adding a new user, entering their first name, last name, and email address. And then they'll be sent an email through us, and then they would just click on that and create their password. Basically as simple as that. The media area is where you can add photos, and you can create different folders for those just by clicking this button here, and just adding pictures. You can do it for logos also, just as simple as adding as many logos as you have. And also you can add videos and cutouts, and I'll show you how that works in the template area here. So if I go to create, if I click on create a post, what you'll see is you click on standard, and then you can see we have about 150 templates. I'll just scroll down so you can get an idea of what we have here, and we're adding them on a regular basis, which is cool. And there's plenty of templates, and move my screen over here so you can see it. There's two filters. You can filter by sport, different sports here, and you can also filter by templates, so game preview, starting lineup, in game, etc., etc. For right now, I'll just click on this one. This is one of our newer templates, and once it comes up, move my screen over so you can see it. You can click on Team Media Library, which is if you had the photos in your media library, or upload from device, so you can grab a photo from your desktop or phone. But right now we'll just do Team Media Library. So I'll just click on this one here. Let me make my screen a little bit smaller so it fits in here. Sorry about that. Bring it over. There you go. Now you should be able to see my screen. So now if you want to change the palette, which is basically this one just has the outer border here. So if I want to change that color to say blue, you can see that change to make it a little different. So you can see it stand out, make it orange so it stands out. And then you can change the text color here. We'll make it purple. That's a little too strong. Yeah, that's a little better. So it gives you an idea of what that looks like. You can also just click on the text, and that'll bring up what you see here. So you can change the color here to make it white if you want. For logos, I'm just going to click on your logo and then Team Media Library, and it'll bring up the ones that are already in the media library. An opponent logo or Team Media Library. I'll click the duck one since it's wet. And for the background, to show you real quick, you can change the background. You can add a blur to it a little bit if you want. You can also make it black and white. You can change the coloring. There's 9 filters here, so you can kind of play around. If there's something that you try and you don't like, you just hit clear filter, and it's real simple. You can add text if you want. So you just click on the box here, and it'll add text here. So, and if you don't want it, you can just hit delete, and it'll delete it. The cutouts, as simple as adding a cutout. We have 2 features that are really cool. You see this green screen here. If I want to get rid of that green screen, I can just scroll this over and you can see the woman, the green disappears. If I get it right, you can see it. There'll still be a little line, but just playing around with that, you can see it's pretty much the green is gone. We have another one that I'll use here that's already been cut out, and you can expand this. You can add that. The logos, the text, you can move wherever you want. So even though it's, you know, right, the logos are here right now, you can move those all over wherever you want. You can add a sponsor logo. So we'll go add a logo, and then I'll add a team here, or a logo. We have ESPN, I'll select. Oops, I want to do that. And add the logo down here. You can expand it if you want. It's a little bigger. You can also add effects, which is really cool. We have, I believe, 9 effects. So if you want to add an effect, you just click on the one that you want. It'll add it, so you can see the lightning added here. If you don't want it, you can just hit delete, and it'll delete that. So right now we'll just use this as our template. Now, say for example, you want to just save this template to go back later. You can save it as a draft. So you just hit save and save as draft, and it'll save that. It'll render it for a minute, and then it'll save it. And then you can also save it as a template. So if you want to go back to it later, you want to use it for, you know, your games throughout the season, you can save it as a custom template, put it in a folder and name it, you know, whatever works for you basically. And then when you're ready, you can share it. You just hit share, and I'll show you a couple options here. You can download it so you can post it later if you want, or, you know, through your accounts, or you can save it, or, you know, download it for like Instagram. We will have Instagram in the next couple of weeks. Like I showed you the phone book. If you want to send it to your phone, you just hit this, and it'll come up with the 2 users, or you can add someone through here. Really simple. And then the regular way, you just hit next, and then what will happen is it'll bring up the screen. So it comes up. You can post this later if you want. So say for example you want to post it Friday at say 3:15. You want to do that, make sure it's PM, and then you just hit OK, and it's scheduled. If not, if you want to schedule it now, just hit next, select the accounts that you want. So you can choose multiple Facebook pages, and then for Twitter, you would basically just select one main account, and then if you want the other ones to retweet it, then you would do that. So say for example, if you're a college, you have a main athletics account, you would use that, and then if you want like the basketball team, for example, to retweet it, then you would use that for the retweet here. So just hit next, and then you can add a message here. Let's leave it blank for now. So hit next, it'll show sharing too, and once it comes up, it'll take a second, and then once it comes up, it'll show that it's posting. Twitter will pop up. There you go. Return the dashboard, and it'll show the message here. So that posted here, so you can see that. If you created something, you want to use it again, you can hit edit a copy, and then it'll click on there, and then you can re-edit it however you want. I'll go back real quick, show you my drafts that I showed you earlier. This is where they save, and then if you have custom accounts here, custom templates, it'll be all here. So you can create multiple folders. You can, you know, by sport or whatever works for you. If you have any questions, please let us know. Thank you for your time for watching the demo. Thank you.